Time to throw on our tinfoil hats and expose that it's just a dogmatic religious belief to believe that the Earth is spinning on its axis or orbiting around the sun. We got a lot to go through. You're going to have to pause and read this quote of Einstein admitting that we can't make it perceptible in optical experiments, as well as this quote of him saying that we can't make it perceptible in terrestrial experiments, meaning on the surface of the Earth. Getting kind of freaked out, man. It's like every physicist that's actually intellectually honest is admitting that we can't make it perceptible that we're moving around the sun. Let me guess. The heliosexuals lied to you and said that the Michelson-Morley experiment was only to pick up the luminiferous ether and not the orbit around the sun? They lied. Look at the math that they did in the American journal that they published the results in. V, velocity of the Earth in its orbit. Here they talk about if they were to turn the apparatus around 90 degrees, it would be going in the opposite direction, meaning it wouldn't be going with the Earth's motion around the sun anymore, it'd be going against it. We should see a fringe shift in both directions, but we didn't. Here's them talking about what the fringe shift would be with the axial rotation. And then read this line here. Considering the motion of the Earth in its orbit only, this displacement should have been this equation here. The distance d was about 11 meters or 2 times 10 to the 7th power wavelengths of the yellow light. Hence the displacement to be expected was 0.4 fringe. The actual displacement was certainly less than 20th part of this and probably less than 40th part. Some good information at the bottom of the page here. It is obvious from what has gone before that it would be hopeless to attempt to solve the question of the motion of the solar system by observations of optical phenomena at the surface of the Earth. Was that clear enough, or do you need to hear it from somebody else? Let's hear it from somebody else.
Michelson-Morley experiment, they created 2 light paths of equal length, aimed at right angles to each other, both with downstream mirrors that reflected the light to a receiver. They placed the light paths on a turntable so that they can aim the paths in any direction with respect to the movement of the Earth. They reasoned that if they could aim one of the light paths in the direction of Earth's motion, then the other light path would be at right angles to the direction of Earth's motion, and they should see a difference in the time required for light to travel along the 2 paths. It all made a lot of sense, and they were hoping to compute the speed of the Earth through space with the results of their experiment. Well, they were shocked by the answer. It took exactly the same amount of time for light to travel along both paths, regardless of the direction in which they were in at the turntable. They tried the experiment in the spring, the fall, the summer, the winter, during the day, at night. No matter when they performed the experiment, they never saw a difference in the time required for light to travel along the 2 paths. And yes, their apparatus was sensitive enough to detect a difference if one really existed.
This entire book of Stephen Hawking quoting Einstein is talking about a stubbornly persistent illusion of us being a geocentric Earth and the sky spinning around us, and that it's stubbornly persistent that we can't prove any motion around the sun. Also, real quick, Ares' failure proved that the sky is moving and not the Earth. Check that out as well. But if you want more and more in-depth videos about this, check out my YouTube and check out my podcast, Linktree in my bio.